Extreme toy content. This is not real. This is not real. Guys, new video. This thing, which is kind of annoying, they actually have put a sticker over the top of it. And this is Amazon that did it, not actual company that did it. But basically, I've been trying to work out, and I haven't really done like a video, follow-up video on this, but this is my Maruyama MP9. I'm really liking this thing at the moment. And I've been trying to work out how to set it up. Now, if you watched a previous video, I actually was testing out this, which is the GM23 from Trustfire. This little 800 lumen flashlight is actually pretty awesome. Like, I had it before and I was looking at it and I was like, actually, this could work really well on here. And I still might run this on here. This is not over in terms of what I'm going to do, because just being able to like touch that there with my thumb or my finger and have that as a full set that is just complete, and I can remove it, you know, like so easily, and just say, right, get rid of the tracer, get rid of the flashlight, and we're all good. And then easily put it back on if I'm playing indoors as opposed to outdoors. I have that option to switch it out, which I really like. However, like I did actually, before I kind of tested that, I ordered something from one of my favorite companies. They have actually sent me stuff before in the past, but there's no association there other than that. I bought this myself, but this is Votatu. Very affordable flashlight brand on Amazon. You can get stuff delivered literally within like 12 hours if you live in LA, where I am. So for me, these right now are, in terms of like affordability and like how they've performed when I've been on the field, I love them. I don't know if you've seen, but I have the, on quite a few of my CQB guns, I actually have that kind of the version which sits on the side. I'm trying to remember the name of it now, but basically it has that touch pad that goes here, and it's got the actual flashlight with a built-in laser like right there. Super lightweight, super easy to use, very intuitive, very responsive. I love it. Problem with this guy is that it actually has two rails. It has one on the top here, which I'm going to use obviously for my pad that I put here, and then there's also one on the side, and the one on the side comes up so high that trying to get one of those to fit here was impossible. I just couldn't get it to happen. The other thing is you kind of want to sit your red dot further up, and there's just not enough rail space there. So I actually came out with buying this one, which was the P9LGS. I haven't done a review on this one, but it's kind of like a very basic setup in that you have this little button here on the back that will select either laser, flashlight, or laser and flashlight. You can just cycle between the three. You have a kind of built-in pad, so you don't have like a full control on here. You have to use the pad. There is another version I think they do without that. But for right now, this is where the setup is on this. So I have my thumb here that I can use and basically push that there, and it gives me, if I turn it on, a laser and a flashlight. I don't know if you can see the laser there. Might be easier if I put it away, but there is a green laser right there if you can see it. Very, very bright flashlight. Again, I love these, so I've really liked using them. But as I'm doing it, I'm like, I've kind of added a lot of weight and bulk to this. I do like the idea of having my hand all the way on this and not using it as a clamp, because it is just a very, very comfortable foregrip. And this is great, but is there an option that I can get which is made by Votatu, because I love Votatu? This Trustfire has been amazing so far, so I can't say anything bad against that. But is there another version that is a compact version that I can put on this little front rail, which will give me that laser functionality as well? So I went on Amazon and I saw another version that Votatu make, and this is called their G2L-G. So a lot of very similar names with these. But this basically is almost like a pistol flashlight in terms of the same style as this Trustfire, but it will go underneath that front area and have the laser built in. So I was like, you know what? If I don't put it on this this MP9, then I may well put it on something else. So I was like, let's try it out. Now, size-wise, other thing I've also got on here is this, which is the Hollow Sun OpMod AEMS. It's a special gray color that I kind of talked about briefly that they made for Optics Planet. So I ordered this from Optics Planet. I love these sights. I've actually run one on my shotguns previously, but because of this riser built in and how big this window is, I'll try and give you this. How how big this window is. You can change what actual optic kind of option you have there. I've actually got it on a red dot right now because I kind of like that for SMG, but you can have like a fat circle with a dot in the middle, just the circle, which I have my shotguns. It's just a really good sight. I mean, everyone who has the AIMS or the AEMS sight loves it. I've also just ordered a front cover for this because I need to put a cover on it. These have little flip down covers, and these will crack. I had my previous one I shot, I had it being like, oh, maybe that's protective, maybe it's going to do it. The actual outside bit cracked. It wasn't a big deal because I could order another one, and in the end I just replaced it with a Perspex version that I bought from Action Airsoft. But this is definitely going to crack, and it's expensive. It's like $300-400 for the sight, so it's more expensive than the replica, or same kind of price. So what we're going to do is we're going to try this out. I don't know how you select the function on this. Oh, here we go. No. It says laser radiation, avoid direct eye contact exposure. I don't know if this has any power in it, to be honest. This might be an issue. I'm going to take this off because this is a sticker that's, you know, good to have, but it's not exactly that fun. So I'm going to take that off, and I don't know how to make this work is the issue. I mean, I can plug this in and charge it, but I presume it would have come with some charge. Is there like a power on? Hold down these two. It's got very, very nice little touchpads, this thing here. That's got the adjustment for the laser there and there, up and down, left and right. It apparently is 1,000 lumens. Let me just double check this one. I think it is 1,000 lumen instead of 800, which again is, you know, 800's fine, and I'm not going to need a lot more than that, but it is kind of good just to have an extra 200 lumens. So this is 1,000 lumens, and it has strobe function and the green laser, adjustable rail keys, compatible with GL and Picatinny rail. With GL? What's GL? Let me know in the comments if you know what GL is. But I kind of need to make this thing work. So I'm kind of confused as to why, other than me just not having charged it, that this is not working. Okay, I'm going to plug it in quickly. I'm going to pause the video. I'll come back in 1 second. You know, it may just be that I need to just plug it in first. I also do really like on these that it's like a magnetic connector. So same connector for all of their lights. Again, I'm doing a big sales pitch right now for Votatu for no good reason, but I have to say I really like their stuff. So there we go. 1 sec. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry. Literally, that was probably about an hour's break. So I've charged it, and it definitely was just needing to be charged. I actually then looked while I started charging it at the instruction manual, which I probably should have done first. These instruction manuals are actually really good as well. They're in full English. They're well written. And this says on the start, it's, oh, there you go. You can see how bright it is. It says on the start, before first use, connect the USB of the charging cable to an external USB power source, then attach the other end of the magnetic charging cable of the light. Before first use, please fully charge the product. So it is really good, but I just played around with it, and I think there is going to be something which may prevent me from using this on the MP9 specifically, and that is that it has 2 buttons, really nice little paddles here that kind of click in, so you can see here, that's very easy. If I double tap this, it goes into strobe mode, which is kind of awesome. If I hold it down, it's instant. If I touch it and let it go, it's there. The problem is that it only does flashlight, and the left side is the one that does laser. So I have 2 separate buttons that I have to, does it do strobe laser? It does strobe laser as well. So if you double tap that side, you can do either fully on, off, momentary on if you're holding down, and then if you double tap, it does strobe laser. So you can see there it's flashing strobe, which I don't know why you'd ever use unless you were physically trying to blind someone. Strobe laser to me doesn't make a big amount of sense, but my issue is going to be that I really just want to be able to touch the button and have the light and the laser come on at the same time. I mean, I can double tap it, and what I'm now going to do is try putting it on this and just see what it looks like, because that's the most important thing. But we're also just going to see how it is ergonomically to be able to do that. I'm also going to see what the power is like between these two. Now, this is 1,000 lumens, this one, and you can see there it is super bright. In fact, talking of super bright, I need to put my light on so you can see my face better. I'll do that now. And tell me if you think it looks better once I turn the light on. But basically, it is super bright. I think definitely bright enough for a pistol. A lot of my... Now the light's not working again, so let me pause it for 1 second. Okay, just as I said that, it came on. Now you can see my face. Let me know if you prefer it with the light on or the light off, because I'd like to know that for future videos, or if I should move the light around. Anyway, yeah, it's basically very, very bright for a pistol. Like that is going to be super, super bright. You can kind of see the comparison. It's brighter than the Trustfire, but not insanely... Trying to like show it now. It is a lot brighter. It's a lot more of like a definitive cone. So you can kind of see like a specific area, and then it's kind of got a bleed out of the like of the light around it. This one is more of a general area. So my other thing is it going to be better just kind of like getting underneath this? So we're gonna try it out. Another one that I don't like as much on this is the Trustfire is very, very easy just to flick that tab up and I can take it off. With this one, I am going to need a form of screwdriver to basically undo it and do it up. Again, it's like not hard, but it's just not a quick release. It does also come in the... To make this bigger and bigger and bigger. I keep hitting the buttons, which is annoying. It does come with different adjustable... rail pieces. So here I can put a different rail piece in. So if you have a Glock or you have something that's different, you can stick this in. This actually has 1913 on it. So that basically is just going to move where the actual attachment is, hooking onto that rail. This actually, I think, does look quite cool. I have to say. I'm worried that it might not be able to rotate off. Oh, it might be perfect. Okay, so that is now what that looks like with that on the bottom. If I am holding it here, I can very easily put the laser on because that's on that side. And I can quite easily just hit this flash either with my thumb there or with anything that I kind of want to grab here. It does mean that my two buttons are here. It means that I can get rid of this one on the top, but I am getting more power with this and I'm getting a laser. With this, the actual light is probably not as inhibited. Other benefit, I think, slightly is this is going to be closer. Actually, maybe it's not. I was going to say this is going to be closer to actually where the barrel is. So in terms of the laser, if I can get as close to the actual direction of where the barrel is, it's going to be just more accurate at different ranges as I'm kind of going out. There's going to be less discrepancy if I set the laser zeroed at a distance. But actually, if you look here, like the actual laser point is right there on the inside on this one. And it's actually slightly to the left on this one. So it doesn't come out of that bit. So I think that gap there is going to be greater than this gap here. So it's probably going to be similar, if not the actual larger P6L-GS is going to be better. I was worried with this P6L-GS that we were going to have a problem with the stock folding, but it fits in perfectly under there. I don't really like this shiny pit on the side, but it's not a big deal. It's just going to be, I think, which is more comfortable, grabbing it with this on here or kind of touching it on the bottom. And you know what? I'm kind of, as I'm saying it, I'm thinking, oh, let's also try this. Yeah, so that's fine. So it will basically allow me to remove this altogether and put that back on. These tabs are not getting in the way, which was what my big concern. You know what, guys? I think I'm going to stick with this. It's just going to keep it a little bit more center mass. And I do just want to have laser and flashlight on the same thing. That's going to be my deciding, I think. I'm going to try and put this on something else. In fact, let's try it on that Glock 34 now and see the TTI Combat Master and see what it looks like on there. It's actually, I think, going to line up pretty well on this. Let's just loosen that up. Oh, shine that in the camera, get you guys blinded. Is that on? No. No, so this is adjusting. Let's just go a little bit wider. Okay, so that's on there now. And what is great is I can shift this right up and back just with that insert. So I can go right here with this. And I actually think that does look very slick. It's kind of like the angles on this is very, very similar to that. So what I might actually do is keep this on here for now. I mean, I think this is a great product. I think the G2L-G cost on this. Let's get an idea of cost so we can tell you guys what it costs. It actually costs $40, $45. So for $45, you're getting a 1,000 lumen flashlight with a green laser on it in a very compact package. I think it is a metal container. It's fast charge. I just don't like the fact that I'm going to have to... I think on a pistol it's less bad because I can hit that for laser there, then adjust my grip, and then I can use this as the flashlight, and I do have strobe, which I would quite like on a pistol. This thing, does this have strobe? Yeah, this has strobe as well. And it strobes both the flashlight and the laser at the same time when you double tap strobe. It's a good one to have just for CQB. You know, it just kind of like throws people off that a little bit more. Only issue with this one is this does block. This can, being so big, does block quite a bit, as you can see with the light coming across here. All right, guys, so that's gonna be my little like roundup. I'm gonna put this truss fire on a different one now. I actually do really like this. It is super, super compact and just really, really easy to use. But I do think that maybe looks better just on this Combat Master style TTI Glock 34. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about this, let me know. I'll put a link to both this, which is the P9L-GS, and the G2L-G, so you guys can look at those if you want to get them from Amazon. I think I do have a referral link that I can put on there, so I'll try and do that. But let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day wherever you are, and I'll speak to you all very, very soon. Goodbye.